How to create a drawing in Onshape. Note that I'm in my drawing right now that I want, my part studio that I want to create a drawing. I will click on this plus sign to insert a new element. Here I will create a drawing. ANSI A is the size of the drawing, and I'll choose OK. This will bring in my drawing sheet. It also automatically opens Select a Part for assembly. But that's just this button right here. Insert a view, and Part Studio 1. You can choose any of the part studios of your drawing. When I click, it will be placed, and then it will automatically send me over to projected view. What I actually want to do is projected view, so that's useful. I can click here. If I were not in projected view, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd be dragging them around. Instead, I am in projected view, so that now I can put a drawing in each place. So 3 views plus isometric, that's a 4-view drawing. I can now, oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh man, now what am I doing? I gotta get rid of all these. God, what am I, you know what? I'm still in projected view. So I get out of projected view, click on the object, press delete, or click on the object, press delete, click on the object, press delete. I have my views in there: main view, top view, side view, isometric. Now it's time to dimension. Zoom in. This is the correct dimension from the outside to the outside. An incorrect dimension would be that. And the reason it's incorrect is because it doesn't do the entire size. It also has the fillet. To correctly dimension that fillet, I would zoom in so I could catch it. I could do it that way, or I could choose dimension, do it this way. I like this best. It shows me my radius. Now this incorrect dimension, I've got to get rid of. So let me get out of dimension tool, click on it, and press delete. Back into dimension tool, I'm going to dimension the size here. And I'm going to dimension how tall it is in this view because I can't see it in the other view. And there's this shelf I've got a dimension. Now you notice I am not making my dimensions unreadable. That's very important. If I were to make my dimensions unreadable, it would be very difficult for me to show somebody what I had built. So for example, if I make a dimension like that, it's good that it pops off to the side. If, however, I do it like this, it's very hard to read. Likewise, if this is over here, it's very hard to read. So you can just drag it so that the text is in a place that it's easy to read. So I've got the thickness, I've got the width, I've got the depth, I've got the height, I've got the height of that shelf, I've got the fillet. It looks like I have all the dimensions I need. I actually don't need any on this view because I have the width here and the height here and the fillet right there. You need probably dimensions for the DHF, or at least a note that says they're not necessary. So I could zoom in here, tell you how big it is with that dimension. And I could tell you how big it is here with this dimension. Now this is a bad dimension because it crosses and it makes it hard to read. So instead what I should do is put this one on the inside and this one on the outside. That way it's a lot easier to read. One thing I also want you to notice is that you never dimension on the isometric. And here's why. If I was to try to dimension on the isometric, I'd get some weird number. That's because the isometric doesn't have correct scaled dimensions. So never put a dimension on the isometric. Bad. Don't do it. When you are finished, it's easy enough. The easiest way to move this drawing out into the world is to screenshot it. There are fancy ways to take it out as a PDF, but you really don't need to. So I will press print screen, and I will open up a Google Doc where I'm going to paste it. Now that I have it copied to the clipboard with the print screen, I'm just going to paste it right here. I'm not quite done because it's hard to read. So I'll double click on it, which will give me the option to crop the image so that I can only have the drawing visible. Oops, that's not cropped, that was resized. That's cropped. Then click anywhere that goes away. Single click and I can resize. This makes it much easier to see all of my beautiful